You're standing just outside the door. Your heart is pounding, your palms are sweaty, and your breath is nowhere to be found. You're about to speak, maybe share, or maybe take one small bold step. But then it comes, that voice inside your chest that says, "Stop. What if you fail? What if they laugh? What if you're not ready?" That is fear. And today we are not going to fight it. We are going to slow down, listen to it, and understand what it's really here to tell you. Hi everyone, I'm Komal Sankara and welcome back. Today we are going to talk about something that lives inside every one of us, and it's called fear. Not as a theory, but as a felt, lived human experience. Let's begin with one simple truth. Everyone feels fear. The leaders, the performers, the parents, the teachers, the yous, the me's. Fear is not a flaw, it's part of your wiring. And the difference between someone who stays stuck and someone who grows is not who feels fear, it's who understands it and moves with it. Let's begin with, what does fear feel like? Let's start with your body. Fear shows up in the body long before it shows up in your voice. Maybe it's a tight chest, a lump in the throat, a twisty stomach, shaky hands, fast breathing, frozen shoulders. You know your version. But let's pause for a moment. Think about the last time you felt scared. Where did it show up? Was it hot or cold, tight or hollow? Did you want to freeze, run away, disappear? Just notice, no judgment, just awareness. This is what we call sensory equity. And when you train yourself to become aware of those signals, something magical happens. You start recognizing fear not as a wall, but as a doorway. Fear whispers in the language of what if I fail? What if they reject me? What if I'm not good enough? And then fear multiplies thoughts. It speeds them up. It turns your focus towards everything that could go wrong. You're rehearsing disaster over and over before anything has even begun. But here's the paradox. Your mind doesn't know the difference between imagination and reality. So every time you run that scary scene in your head, your body feels as if it is real. What if you use that same power of imagination to paint a different picture? Instead of spiraling, you pause, you breathe, very important, and you ask, is this fear or is this fact? This one question can return you to your truth. And then fear in the heart. Fear wears many disguising. Sometimes it feels like shame, sometimes sadness, sometimes silence, or a sudden hollow absence of confidence. You feel small, invisible, like you're not allowed to want what you want. Let me tell you a story. A few years ago, I was invited to speak at a large event, and I had been waiting for this kind of platform. And the moment it arrived, well, I froze. I rehearsed my words, but kept fear, which kept interrupting me and saying, "You're not ready, they'll see right through you." I was afraid of judgment, I'm being honest. But deeper than that, I was afraid of being seen. And here's what shifted it. Not when I pushed the fear away, but when I said to myself, this is fear and I'll walk with it anyway. That moment changed everything. So, how does fear change your behavior? Because you avoid, you overthink, you say yes when you want to say no, you try to be perfect to feel safe, and you stay busy so you don't have to feel anything. Fear shapes your behavior until you realize that you are not the behavior, you are the awareness behind it. So let's pause together now. Close your eyes if you're able to. Take a deep breath in, slowly exhale, and think of a time, a recent or an old time, when you felt fear. Let it come. Don't resist it. And now, gently place your hand on your heart and just think, it's okay to feel this. Stay with it for a breath longer. You are not pushing fear away. You are just no longer giving it the wheel. Fear is not here to hurt you. It's here to protect you. It keeps us alive. Because your brain can't always tell the difference between danger and visibility, between being unsafe and being vulnerable. So ask yourself, is this fear protecting me or preventing me? Fear doesn't shout, it just keeps whispering. You know what does it whisper? Being perfect. If I'm perfect, no one can criticize me. If I delay it, I don't have to fail. If I keep everyone happy, I will be safe. If I rehearse it enough, I won't be rejected. Which of these have shown up in your life? And which ones are you ready to release? Here are a few tools to work with fear. 1. Label and breathe. Say silently, this is fear, and then breathe. 3 deep, steady breaths. Every breath brings you home. 2. Pacing. Imagine yourself doing the thing that you fear. Visualize it going well, not perfect, just present. Let your body feel success before it happens. And 3. Anchor. Calm. Create a small anchor gesture, like maybe pressing your thumb and finger or placing your hand on your heart. Practice it when you feel calm, and then use it when fear shows up. This is how you turn fear into fuel. A woman I once coached avoided applying for leadership roles for 3 years because she had fear, and that fear told her, you are not qualified. And what if you fail? What if they laugh at you? We didn't erase her fear. We just taught her to name it, breathe with it, and move forward anyway. A month later, she interviewed. A week after that, she was leading a team that once had intimidated her. She still feels fear, don't get me wrong, but she recognizes that it's a doorway and not a dead end. So, here is a gentle question I want to leave you today with. What would change in your life if you no longer treated fear as a stop sign, but as a signal that something meaningful is near? Let that question sit with you. You don't have to answer it immediately. You just have to carry it with you. This is Komal Sankara, and I want to remind you, you don't have to feel fearless to live a powerful life. You just need to feel the fear and keep walking. Not fast, not loud, but forward. Always forward. See you next time.